My name is Joseph Mitchell. I'm an attorney in Philadelphia, a criminal attorney. I practice criminal law along with personal injury law. I call myself the Harvard Attorney, and I represent people who have been accused of crimes or been injured. And I'd very much like to welcome you to this public service criminal records search informational video. So I'm trying to make this video as easy for you to follow as possible so that you can actually follow along with this. And that's why I've used the latest technology here, which we call Camtasia, which will give you an opportunity to see exactly what I do and follow the movements so that you can find out very important information, criminal information, that might be for yourself or for one of your loved ones, a very important information for you to have. And it's all available on the internet. It's public access, and you'll be very surprised as we go through this just how much information is on the internet that you can access. So without further ado, what you want to do is you want to get into your search browser, your web browser. In this particular one, I'm using Internet Explorer, but you could also use Mozilla Firefox. I personally like Google, but you can go to Yahoo or any other search engine. And what you're going to do here is you're going to click on the search tab, and you're going to then enter in Philadelphia courts. And you're going to then click search. And what's going to come up is the Philadelphia Courts, 1st Judicial District, and we're going to click on that. This is sort of an indirect way to get there, but you're going to find there's a lot of useful information also on this page. This is the 1st Judicial District of Philadelphia page, and it contains judicial schedules. It contains all kinds of civil docket information, as well as phone directories, but it also includes online services here, which is what we're going to be concerned about here. And we're going to go to criminal docket search, because someone in your family has gotten arrested, and you're now trying to find out information about that. How much is the bail? When is the next court date? What is he being charged with? What's his criminal history? All of those things are available to you under the criminal docket search. When you click on criminal docket search, what's going to do is it's going to take you to a site which up here is US portal pacourts.us. And instead of typing all of that into the search browser, I've just taken you sort of around in a very simple way. At this point, you are going to want to go to the Court of Common Pleas. Click on that. And unless you know the docket number, you'll go to Other Criteria. And this is where, when you come to this screen, you're going to scroll down, and this is where you're going to enter the information. And we are going to use a very simple person. We're going to call him Jones James. So we're going to type in, his last name is Jones, and his first name is James. Okay? You can put the date of birth in. It's not necessary. You can put in that he's a defendant. It's a drop-down menu. And you can put in that he's a defendant. And you can also put in the county. You'll need to put in one county or another. And in this case, we'll put in Philadelphia. Okay? So we've got James Jones in Philadelphia. I'm sure that many will come up here. And as we go through it, it searches. And then it brings up a large number of James Jones. So if we were wanting to be more specific, we could go into docket type, or which is not that useful for this, but case status is sometimes useful. Only the active cases we'll come up with. So now we only have a bunch of active cases. Now, what we'll see is this is a place where you can get reports. Now, there are two types of reports you can get. You can get a docket sheet report, and you can get a court summary information report. And we're going to go on both of those. Let's select the docket sheet report. And when you do that, what this is going to do is it's going to tell you about the case, which is the docket number here, which was filed. He was arrested on 12/31/2007. And we're going to get some very important information here. We're going to get the docket number, of course, but we're also going to get the date that this was filed, the arresting officer, and the case status. Okay, and we notice the next listing is on February the 5th, 2008, in room 705 in the Criminal Justice Center, and the judge's name is Joan Brown. And we can see that he was originally confined in the county jail, but he is no longer in custody. His date of birth, his zip code, and we can find that his bail was set at $300, which means that he had to pay $30 in order to get out. Okay, and it looks like he's accused of some prostitution and conspiracy charges. And the offense date was 12/15/2007. And we can see that he had a preliminary hearing. This tells us what exactly has happened. We can see that he was held for court on the prostitution charges, and that it is now going to room 705. So we can see that he's also the attorney information. He's also represented by the public defender. So we can get all this kind of information. And then the other report that I want to show you is the criminal history report, which will show Mr. Jones's criminal history. So we click on that. We will find all the cases that he's been involved in previously. We can see that he has one active case, which is this case, the prostitution case, and then he also has closed cases, which were drug cases, and another prostitution case, and that is his entire record. Some people have much longer records. We can tell that he's a black man with brown eyes, and he has certain aliases. And we can find out what happened with his other case. He got 12 months probation on his case, his drug case. And these tell you the statutes that are involved, that he was found guilty or not guilty on. So that is a very preliminary, very basic introduction to this system. Play with it, play around with it, see what you can do. Again, my name is Joseph Mitchell. Attorney Joe Mitchell, your Harvard attorney. I'd really suggest that you go to my website for some more information. My website is YourHarvardAttorney.com. That's YourHarvardAttorney.com. I have special reports which are free, which you can get regarding drug cases, DUIs, general criminal cases, and personal injury cases. I also have a blog there which has a number of articles written on the procedures in Philadelphia, which can be very helpful if you or a loved one are having trouble with Philadelphia courts. And finally, but last but not least, I offer a free consultation on the phone for new clients who would like to find out my opinion, find out what their options are, find out what strategies might be available to them. So feel free to call me about that, and I look forward to talking with you. Thank you very much for listening to this, and I hope that this has been helpful to you.